Today I'm going to be making a dish inspired by a burrito I had in northern Mexico, Tijuana. It was a Chile Relleno burrito, and it had, instead of just plain refried beans, it had chorizo beans with Oaxaca cheese in it, and it's craveable. It's a really good combination. So I'll be making Chile Relleno Casserole with chorizo in it. What you're going to need is 6 room temperature eggs, 8 chiles about this size. They could be poblano, pasilla. You could use hatch chilies. You could use Anaheim chilies. You could use these little 7-ounce fire roasted cans. You need 4 to 6 of these cans. Or you could just use fire roasted green chili salsa. You'd need at least 2 jars. You're gonna need a pound of cheese. I'm gonna be using a half a pound of Monterey Jack, half a pound of mozzarella. Traditionally it would be Oaxaca cheese or Chihuahua cheese, but this is my flavor preference. I use the Jack for the flavor and the mozzarella for the texture. You're going to need a log of your favorite chorizo. This is cacique. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of milk, 1/3 of a cup of flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, a 14 by 9 or similar sized casserole dish, butter or spray for the dish, half an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and 2 tablespoons of either lard, olive oil, or what I have here is bacon grease. This is not traditional for Chile Relleno. This is to simulate the ingredients in the frijoles puercos, because I'm going to be making 2 different kinds of burritos, Chile Verde burritos and Chile Relleno burritos. And this way I just need to make 1 batch of beans. I'm fortunate to have a KitchenAid, and they really don't make a mozzarella Monterey Jack blend as far as I know, but when I can, I prefer to use freshly shredded cheese anyway. Especially if there's something I want it to be stringy or have a nice mouthfeel. The pre-shredded cheese is nice and convenient, but it contains fillers, and especially in things like macaroni and cheese, you want to avoid it. It's just gonna not feel right. So I'm gonna go ahead and shred up this cheese, and we'll see in a bit. What I've done here is cube up the 2 different types of cheese and put them together. That way I don't have to bother stirring it up any. Now I'm going to fire roast the chilies. There's different ways to do it. You can just try to stack them up onto the stove, 1 or 2 at a time. You can hit them with a fork. Get some squirt on them. Obviously this is going to take a while to do it that way, but it works. But my preferred way to do it is to just put a cooling rack over the burner, and then you could line up quite a few of them that way. You really can't burn them. I mean, you can, it just you'd have to really almost try to burn them. But you do want to have your fan going when you do this. Even though they're mild chilies, the smell can make you cough. So once you get them fully charred, and I'm serious, I mean really charred, like you cook them like you're trying to ruin them. Take them off the heat and put them in a bowl or something that you could cover. You want to cover them for 5 or 10 minutes. Let them steam a little. That helps finish the cooking process, and helps take all the black stuff off also. So I'm just going to put them in this tray and then cover them with a cookie sheet. It's been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to check on the peppers. Still, they're nice and steamed, soft. A little hot still, but I think we can manage. Because they're hot, I'm going to use a paper towel to hold on to them. And you could use a spoon, the back of the knife. I'm just going to use a butter knife. And you want to scrape off pretty much all of the black. Comes off fairly easy, and then like I said, you could just kind of grab them and clean them. And then this one's split for me, but you're going to want to open them, remove the seeds and stems. And then set them aside. One thing I should mention about using the cooling rack to do them is it's gonna mess up your cooling rack. So that cooling rack, that's its job. I don't really use it for other stuff. So after you're done peeling them, you're gonna want to dice them into about 1/4 inch dice. I gave them a quick rinse to remove any loose skin and seeds. I did leave some black on there. I like the taste. I think it adds to it. So now I'll give them a quick dice and we'll move on.
Won't end. Cut to the beat, let's keep it
If you're going to just be doing this as a casserole without the chorizo, you could just kind of lay the peppers down in strips. But because this is going into burritos, and I want it bite size, I don't want to be having to chew through things. But look at the difference. That's the fire roasted ones I just made. That's the canned. I mean, they smell good, but they look depressing. But I bought them to show you guys, so I'm gonna mix them together just for this recipe. Fresh is always better. Get you a cast iron skillet or fry pan nice and hot, and start to cook off your chorizo. I'm gonna go ahead and add the onions and the bacon grease right now. Not the garlic though. Garlic goes last. I want the onions to cook fully. Kind of flake it up. Okay. Chile Relleno done. Onions are soft. You're going to want to add the garlic. Turn down the heat. Do the garlic for about 30 seconds. Don't want to burn it. It'll make everything bitter. Okay, the garlic's smelling nice and fragrant. I'm going to add the chilies and everything, and use the moisture from the chilies to deglaze the bottom of the skillet. Man, I wish you could smell this right now. It might not look like much on camera, but it smells really, really good. Okay. Now it's time to preheat the oven to 350 and prepare the eggs. First, you're going to add the egg whites. Set them up pretty high until you get stiff peaks. It should, on this kind of mixer, it should take 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to give that a check. Yeah, stiff peaks. It doesn't move. So now you add the yolks. Put it back on low, add the yolks, then the milk. then the flour and baking powder, and let it go for about another minute or so. You should add the yolks one at a time. I accidentally dropped in two. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna take a spatula to clean up my bowl and clean up the sides, and be right back. Got the yolks in, and now I'm gonna add the milk and then the flour. Okay, my batter's looking good. I don't know, kind of like a runny whipped cream maybe. It's time for assembly. I liberally sprayed my baking dish off camera outside. I don't typically like to spray inside the kitchen. You want to spray it liberally though, because this will stick pretty bad. Spoon in some of your batter, about 1/3. And you're gonna try to spread it out a little. Easier just to do this. Just get the bottom nice and evenly coated, and then you're gonna spoon on some of your filling. Just kind of drop it on, get about half of it. Try not to get big blobs like I'm doing. Might be easier by hand. Like I said, this is a Chico Blanco dish. Nobody's gonna judge. As long as it tastes good, who cares? Okay, that's pretty good. Now you're gonna want to hit it with a healthy portion of cheese. I like a lot of cheese. As one of my friends would say, I want to be able to ski on it. So, completely cover with cheese. Okay. Another layer of batter. Spread it out. Make sure to get it to the edges. It looks very thin, but it will puff up in the oven. There's bubbles in it, and there's baking soda. So even though it's thin, it will grow some. And then I'm just gonna go for it. Pretty damn hot, actually. Bad idea.
Won't end. Clap to the beat, let's keep it sweet. Chile Relleno, I adore you so. Your flavors are fiesta, don't you know?
Another layer of cheese.
Add some chorizo and it's flavor time. So tasty, so fine, your pepper so fine. You truly shine, but it's hard to prepare. It's no small feat, still you're the dish I just can't beat. Cumbia step, side to side. Chile Relleno, I
Followed by the last of the topping.
your flavors are fiesta, don't you know? But when I make that casserole, it's easy to find. Add some chorizo and it's flavor time. Stuff with cheese so tight. Oh, cooking you can take all night. But with a casserole, it's easy to do. Mix it together, it's a dream come true. Everybody spin hands in the air. Chile Relleno, flavors are fiesta, don't you know? But when I make that casserole, it's easy and divine. Add some chorizo and it's flavor time. Burrito magic, I'll take a bite. Wrapped in a tortilla, it's love at first sight. The peppers, the cheese, the chorizo, in a burrito, the goodness won't end. Clap to the beat, let's keep it sweet. Chile Relleno, I adore you so. Your flavors are fiesta, don't you know? But when I make that casserole, it's easy.
And then the last of the cheese.
Add some chorizo and it's flavor time. Oh, Chile Relleno, so tasty, so fine, your pepper so fine.
So again, this is going into burritos, and
No small feat, still you're the dish.
these particular burritos really won't need any cheese. You just put tortilla, some refried beans, and you're done.
Fiesta, don't you know? But when I make that casserole, it's
So we're gonna let it bake in here at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, and then we'll check for doneness. It's been 30 minutes and it's just starting to get color. So it looks set though. It's not. Maybe a little jiggly in the middle. Either way, I'm gonna move it up to the top rack. let it go for another 5 minutes. I cooked it for another 5 minutes, so a total of 40 minutes. It's nice and puffed up. As it cools though, it's gonna fall back down. It's actually, I could see it falling. You should wait at least 30 minutes if you're going to eat this as a casserole, or really if you want to cut it up like I plan to for a burrito. Otherwise it's just gonna spread out and the cheese is gonna go everywhere. Here's the Chile Relleno and Chorizo Casserole. You could just eat it like this. You could serve it with beans and rice. Or you can do it my favorite way and make a burrito out of it. So if you're gonna make a burrito, you're gonna want to cut it in half. Hot tortilla, refried beans, pinto beans, garlic, onion, cumin, chili powder, oregano. Get half of that on there. And then you just tuck and roll. This is one of my favorite ways to eat a burrito. And like I said, they freeze well. You could eat them for breakfast, lunch, dinner. You should try it.
Cooking can take all night, but with a casserole, it's easy to do. Mix it together, it's a dream come true. Everybody